channel, and today there is a strict topic. I'm not going to sway from it. It's going to be about autism sensory shutdown, autistic overload, sensory burnout, if you want to call it that. And it's going to be that topic alone and nothing else. I feel that my streams recently have gone a bit derailed and I've kind of gone off topic and kind of made my streams a bit longer than what they should be. So I thought I'd come on and talk about sensory shutdown, sensory overload, sensory stimulation, and kind of make you guys aware of what I've been going through the last few days and going through. Hey Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. And what I've been dealing with. I know that you guys have seen me on meds. I know you guys have seen me recently being quite upset with my anxiety and problems like that. Hey Michael, how you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you. I appreciate you. And yeah, I just want to come on here and talk about sensory shutdown. So for me right now, I'm going through a lot of sensory shutdown issues. I'm going through a lot of pain, and it's not just emotional pain, it's physical pain, mental pain in my head that I can't get out. And with autistic shutdown, sensory shutdown, it's when the senses become overstimulated and they're doing so much things at one time that my body can't process them. And the trouble is, then I get pain, whether that's up here in my head or whether that's in here. I get really, really anxious about it. And yeah, I'm just going to talk about this topic and this topic alone. It's not going to be something too long or too long-winded. Hey, Louis Fuller, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hey, Scratch and Go, how you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, so I just want to talk about what that is like for someone on the spectrum, not just me. Hey, Eileen, I did get your message. I will reply to you. And yes, I'm up for the interview. I will reply to you shortly. I just completely crashed when I got your message yesterday, but I will definitely reply to you today. And I will reply to you after this stream, Eileen. I do have that message still in my inbox. So I will definitely go ahead and reply to you at some point. But I want to talk to you about sensory shutdown and autistic overload, because it is a topic that has been happening to me and is still happening to me to quite a degree, and it's something that I can't cope with by myself. Hi, Irish Train Guy, how you doing? And it's something that I really struggle with keeping on topic with. It's something that I go through every day, and I have to learn to control that feeling, and whether that's in my head and I feel the pain, or whether it's in my chest or in my arms or anywhere else that matter, I have to learn to control that. And whether that's by using one of my fidget toys, which is over there, or using one of my bracelets or my music or anything like that. Thank you, then Mitzi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And in case you guys haven't seen, I uploaded a new video on my YouTube channel about it today as well. And yeah, this is a really, really important topic for me, because this is something I've been going through for the last, if I've been true now, about the last 2 weeks or so with the anxiety problems I've had. And I know, Sty, hey, good to see you. Hi, Skywatcher, how you doing? Hey, Kentucky girl, good to see you. It's been a while. How you doing, hun? It's good to see you. So yeah, this topic is a really important topic for me. It's something that I want to talk about and get the word out about, because not a lot of people know that I struggle with it, because a lot of time I will bury my feelings. I kind of push them down and push them down and push them down and push them down until literally I can't cope with it no more. And then it'll build up and build up and build up and build up and build up until I go whoop, and I explode. And it's a case of that I can't control it. At that point, it becomes so physically overwhelming and mentally overwhelming that I literally cannot cope, and I get really, really frustrated. Hello, Herman. Good to see you. And I literally get so overwhelmed by a lot of stuff, and the problem is I have to try and learn to control it. Hello, Carolina Hillbilly. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah. So this subject is something that I've been dealing with, and it's a very, very hard topic, because sometimes I don't know how to control it. I don't know how to put a label on it and go, nope, not today. Stop, stop, stop. And I can't, because it's a case of it builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up, and then also I'm just like, no, panic button, panic button, panic button. And I'm just like, can't cope, need to smack the panic button, and then all of a sudden I just go kaboom, and I literally explode at people, and I have been known to phone people up and go, oh my god, I can't cope with this, I'm screaming, I'm in pain, I feel dizzy, I get really emotionally unwound. I kind of cry and cry and cry, and it's a case of I can't control it at that point. I do get really, really frustrated. It's also that I can't express myself properly, so I try and tell you what it's all about. I try and explain how I feel, but at the same time, it's a case of that I get so overwhelmed with the feelings and the thoughts and the processes of how to feel that I don't often know how to process it. And that gets me in a lot of trouble because, again, people are like, well, Gemma was fine yesterday. Oh, now Gemma's upset. Now Gemma's anxious. Now Gemma's being a pain in the bum. No, I'm not trying to intentionally be a pain in the bum. The problem is that I am an anxious wreck most of the time. I am someone who has high anxiety, constant. That's never going to go away. That's going to always be part of who I am. That's always going to be part of my condition. It's always going to be part of who I function daily as a person. And the problem is, a lot of people see me hide it, and I'm very, very good at hiding it. I just go, no, not today. No, 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 not affected, not affected, not affected. When really I actually am. I am really affected to a point that I have to try and mask it because people just want me to be normal. So, oh, well, Gemma, she needs to do as her told. Oh, Gemma needs to behave. Gemma needs to conform to society. No, I don't. Sorry, because I am autistic. I don't conform to society. I never have. I never will. This is a case of me feeling shitty right now. I'm not going to lie. I do feel shit. I've had many days crying and screaming, hello, Dallas County Scratcher. I have felt really anxious. I'm not going to lie about it. I have literally felt to the point where no one really cares. I've been on phone calls with people where I'm just crying and screaming and venting because I really struggle to get this out, and I don't really feel like I have anyone who understands it to a degree. And I'm having to go, no, that's all right. Gemma's good. Gemma's good. Gemma's good. No, not really. And it's hey, Mr. Bone, good to see you. Yeah, so I do struggle with this topic. I'm not gonna lie, this is a topic I wasn't really gonna talk about, but I want to get it out there and be like, you know what? I'm vulnerable. Yes, I am. I'm at my weakest moment right now. I'm at a time where I want to scream and shout and be offensive, but I'm not going to because I know it's not the right thing to do on YouTube, and I know that people don't really want to see that. But at the same time, it's a case that and it's a case of that I feel absolute bonkers right now. I feel like my brain's just going woohoo, 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 and it's kind of like all this stress and anxiety and mixed feelings of what to do and how to understand people. And it's a very, 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 very hard thing to do. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that I've struggled with. It is something I'm going through right now. It's something I've been going through for the last couple of weeks. It's really affected my videos. It's affected my personality. It's affected things that I want to do here on my channel. It's um, a case of like I want to try and help people. I want to try and help inspire people. And right now, I don't really think I'm doing that. I'm kind of trying to help people see that autism isn't all rainbows and roses and sunshine, because it's not. Face it, it's a case of autism can be really, really dark and difficult, and it can be frustrating because not everybody understands what autism is like. It is really difficult to control, and I have a lot of issues to control. I have my issues with touch, taste, smell, sight, and other things. I have to try and conform to the normal barrier bullshit. I have to try and be, oh, Gemma's not bothered. No, Gemma's all good and rainbows and roses, and Gemma's not bothered by this loud noise that's just gone past. No, she's all right. In actual fact, I'm totally bothered to the point that I'm literally screaming and my hands are like this, and I'm feeling dizzy and sick and useless, and like I feel like I don't really I explain it that well. And it's hard. Like yes, you probably have seen me stimming at some point as well, where I may move about and go like this, and it doesn't help. I've got a sore side of my stomach and a sore back right now either. So the thing is, it's hey, Goober Outdoors, how you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. And it's really difficult. I'm not going to lie. Having autism is so frustrating because it's a point that I have to try and conform to being normal all the time. It's the point that I have to try and conform to this social rule of, well, you have to fit in, you have to behave, you have to act a certain way. No, I am as real as real. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go, rainbows and roses and woohoo, and everything's groovy. No, because it's not. Like, it's a case of I have to struggle through this every single day. I have to fight my emotional feelings, whether that's I want to cry, I want to scream, I want to do something else. I have to fight that and go, okay, everything's good, and like everything's positive and I'm not bothered by this, I'm not bothered by that. And it's not the case. Autism is so hard to talk about because a lot of people will think, oh, well, you're just acting up, you're being spoiled. No, not at all. I am trying to help people understand because I am who I say I am. I'm straightforward. Everything I upload is the truth. Like, I am basically uploading everyday situations that I go through. Like, you'll see the sensory shutdown video that I did today that I uploaded literally when did I upload that? 25 minutes ago, and basically it's a video talking about all the noise and the background and what I have to go through, what I put up with, and it's a really difficult thing to put up with. It really is. And autism isn't all sunshine to roses. Yes, sometimes it is. Sometimes it can be lovely and I don't have to worry about anything, but the anxiety is always there, that's chronic, and I'm always going to have feelings where I'm failing or feel like I'm not helping people, and it's not great. It really isn't. Like, the last few days, I've just really felt crap and pants and basically feel like I'm a big failure and haven't really been able to understand why. And, this is all stuff that I've hidden from you guys. Like, I haven't told anybody hardly any of this apart from a few YouTubers who know in private calls that I've told them, hello, Espen. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you being here. And I've had mega problems. Like, the last few days, I've been really emotional. I've been on the phone with people for hours at a time, trying to understand myself and trying to get support. And there is a certain YouTuber who has been helping me behind the scenes. He knows who he is, and he's done a lot of work with me. Hey Hazel, how you doing? I'm actually going to message him right now. Hey Eric, and let him know that I'm actually live right now. Live right now. And I'm actually going to message someone else as well. Live now. There we go. So yeah, there's certain people who have been helping me behind the scenes with my anxiety issues and some of my emotional meltdowns and my anger meltdowns, and they know who they are. I don't know what I would have done without them recently. They've been working hard with me to help me to keep calm and reason, and they've been support me on long hour phone calls. They've been there to hear my rants and my tears and everything else. And like, I know Dallas County Scratch. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's just a case of like, I have really struggled. I'm not gonna lie. It's been 2-3 weeks of constant hell. It's been the fact that I've really struggled with my emotions. I've really struggled to feel myself. And I wasn't even at first going to live stream, but it's a case of I wanted to live stream, come on here and tell people what I've been going through and kind of get people to go, Gemma is around, she's still here, like she hasn't given up and stuff. And it is hard because a lot of people feel that because I'm an autistic female, that I can mask my issues, that I can sit here and go, well, everything's good and groovy and I'm not bothered. And no, it's far from the truth. Like, I've had a lot of emotional meltdowns recently, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to hold that back. I have had a lot of tears and tears and tears and tears, and it's difficult. I haven't felt this low in quite a long time. I did go to the doctor on Tuesday. I was put on some meds. I am starting to equal out again now, but it has been difficult, and it is something that I'm not used to being on meds. I'm not used to it, so I'm having to adjust to being on meds now as well. And this is a topic that not just autism, but anyone who's a neurotypical goes through this as well. It's a sensory burnout. It's a sensory shutdown where the body is just on edge all the time, and where you're constantly having to fight off feelings of negativity and anxiety and depression. And it's not great, and it's something that I've been wanting to talk about. But at the same time, I've been very, very wary of bringing this up because it's something that I know not a lot of people like to talk about. But you know what? I have to talk about this and get it off my chest, otherwise it's going to kill me. And I want you guys to know that this is what an autistic person goes through. It's not just me. It could be another person who goes through this. It could be a person who has more severe meltdowns than me, who feels anxious constantly, and I've learned to control it to such a point that you might not know that I'm autistic at all. So I'm quite good at being able to cover it up and go, oh, everything's groovy, and I'm good. Yes, I'm struggling, but I don't care. And hey, Poseidon McTail, how you doing? And it's good to see you. And it's a case of kind of just that, really. But yeah, I'm gonna message some people and let them know that I'm on right now. Yeah, so hopefully they've got the messages live. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, so these are the people who need to hear my message. And yeah, this is a difficult topic to talk about because sensory shutdown is something that you guys don't really get. It's something that happens to me after a certain time of sensory stimuli being injected into my body. So it's kind of like I have to deal with noise from crowds and noise from my anxiety and noise from being next to people, and it smells of people. It's people who are eating things and stuff as well. So again, it's all a sensory perception, and it's something that I've been struggling with the last few weeks, and it's been driving me absolutely balmy. And it's something that it's just been really getting to me. Thank you, Lynn, for tweeting this. Please hit the thumbs up and tweet this out, share this out, let people know that I'm live right now, so people can see that I'm live right now. And if people want to come up, I am willing to put the link in the chat. If people want to come up and talk to me for a bit, or I can just sit here and talk to you all, but I would put the link in the chat. And yeah, this is just an important subject to me. This is something that I've needed to kind of talk about and share my knowledge about, and let people know that this is important to me and my channel. This is something that should be shared and talked about, not just in a pre-recorded video, but in a live stream. It's something that I've been wanting to get off my heart for quite some time, and I don't feel it should be hidden. I feel it should be out in the public perception, and not a lot of people understand that and know that I'm struggling with it. And as an autistic female, I do tend to hide a lot of stuff. I won't lie about that. I do tend to hide my feelings to a point where people are, oh, well, you're so calm, you're so relaxed, you don't act like you're bothered, and you don't act like you really care about it. I'm like, well, I do. That's the problem. I'm a very good person who kind of sweeps up my feelings all in one batch. I kind of go, well, yes, I'm upset. Yes, I'm frustrated. Yes, I'm angry. But I kind of tend to sweep them up and go, well, never mind. I need to help someone, and on with the next thing. And I tend to brush it off and not let really things bother me. But it's important to me. This is important to me. I'm not going to lie about it. It is a case of I've been feeling really isolated. I've been feeling extremely ill and not with it, and it is something that hello, Rye Girl. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm just talking about sensory autistic burnout, sensory overload, something that I've been going through fairly recently. And yeah, it's something that I want to talk about and share with people. And I feel that it's an important thing for me to reach out about and let people know that I'm wanting to talk about this and general things on autism. I'm fed up of hiding a lot of stuff. I don't want to sit here and go, oh, well, you lot don't need to know, it's all good, and I won't talk about it, but I am talking about it. I want to spread the word of autism, and that's what I'm doing, It's a case of letting people know that I'm on and sharing this out, guys. I would really appreciate that. And live. I'm just sharing this out again to some people. Yeah. So, let's see. I'm just seeing what's going on with you. I hope you're okay though. Yeah, I'm dealing with it, Rigel, but the problem is not a lot of people know about this subject, and the more we can get this word out, the more we can get people to understand what it's like, the better. And it is a difficult subject. Autism is such a broad spectrum. You have to be very, very careful. But the problem is, I want people to know that I don't have to hide it. I don't have to sit here and feel like utter crap all evening and feel like no one really cares about it. And it's just something I've been wanting to talk about and get support out there for, and get people involved and understood about. Thank you, Poseidon. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. I appreciate you being here. And the thing is, it's difficult because it's something that is so edgy and people get worried about, and people don't really understand the sides of autism that well. And I just want to make a difference, guys. That's all I'm here for. Like, I want to make a difference and understand what people are doing and kind of educate people on what autism is and sensory shutdown and autistic meltdown and burnout and everything else. And it's just something that I'm dealing with. I have to deal with it on a constant basis. And yeah, I just want the world to know that. Thank you, Rigo. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this out. If you know anybody that would benefit from this stream, please share it out now and put it on your community tabs, your Twitters, your Facebooks, Instagram, anywhere where you have social media. That would help. It'd be great to get some more people in here as well. But I appreciate all of you who are already in here, and it's really important to me, this subject, and it's something that I've wanted to share for quite some time. And yeah, I'm gonna invite people in a second. I'm just gonna check to see who's in here live right now. So I want to see who comes in. But yeah. So yeah, I'm live right now, like I was saying. I've just sent this out to some people who I'm close to, so I'm hoping some of them will pop in and say hello, and at least type in the chat they will come and say hello to me, so that'd be good. But this subject is really important. It's something that I'm going through, like I say. It's been a case of feeling really crappy and doubtful and kind of doubting my YouTube ability and so forth, and it is difficult. Like, I felt like giving up many a time recently. I felt like YouTube hasn't really been going well, and I've kind of struggled to get any content out, and it's kind of made me feel a bit disheartened and rubbish. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, I guess, a sensory issue for me, that I know that I can help people and I want to help people, but at the same time, thank you, Rigo. I appreciate that. It is difficult though, because like, I have a lot of people on my channel, and it's difficult trying to get anybody in the stream. Like, that's the problem. And I'm trying to go live at different times so I can get some people in, but it is really difficult because you don't often know what to say, and it is difficult, and trying to find people to come in and support you. And yeah, I'm going to put the link out if people want to come up. I'm going to share the live stream link if people want to come up. I'm going to put that to people in here. Actually, where are we? I'm actually going to post it in here so he can have one. So she can have one, and so can he. So can she. So there we go. And there we go. I'm gonna paste the link in the chat as well. So if anyone wants to come up and join me for a little bit, it's not going to be a too long stream, guys, but I thought that I'd put the link out at least. So if you want to join me, you can come up on the panel and see me. Hello, Christine. How you doing? Good to see you. I've just put the link in the chat if people want to come up and join me and speak with me. That'd be good to get a discussion going. So feel free to jump on the link with me and have a bit of time on the panel. Like I say, it's not going to be that long anyway, but I want to give people the chance to come on panel and speak about this and kind of give the stream some direction. But this is the topic. I'm not going to go off topic at all. This is what the topic is. This is what the live stream is. And I'm not going to go off topic about it. I really want to stick on topic with this. And hello, Geek. How you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate you being here. But like I say, I'll put the link in the chat. So if you want to come up and talk to me for a minute, like I say, it's not going to be very long anyway. I'll probably be on here probably about another 15, 20 minutes maybe. But yeah, Lynn Mitzi wants to come up. Hello, hello, hello.
Backstage. Hi. Pleasure to meet you, Gemma. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Oops, I gotta turn this on. There we go. Hello, Gemma.
Hello, Poseidon. How you doing?
I'm good. Just I always enjoy your live streams. My niece is 13, autistic, so I think she'd love to hear your message. Probably tell
yeah,
my.
I just want to come on here and talk about it because a lot of people assume that I act like I'm fine and I can put up with so much stuff, which in part I can, but when I'm going through all this stuff and recently not being well myself, it's kind of people are like, well, you act like you're absolutely fine. No. I sit here and I'm screaming and yelling and cussing, and people are like, well, you don't do that. Yeah, I do. I sit here, I swear like I say that because I'm in pain, and people don't see that because I hold it in. I'm like, fuck, I'm in pain. I don't feel well, and I'm sitting going,
Well, if you didn't, you wouldn't be human.
Yeah, and people think, oh well, you're putting a mask on, you're acting up. No, yeah. I've had so much sensory issues, it's unreal. That's why I uploaded a video today on it because a lot of people have accused me of faking it, and I'm like, you have no goddamn idea what my life's like every freaking day. You don't know what noise I put up with. My anxiety, it makes me sick. You have no idea that I'm sitting here every day dreading what video I'm going to put up. You had no idea the amount of hours it takes me to do one video. It takes me about a week to work on one video. And people are like, oh, really? It's so annoying because people are like, well, you don't act autistic. Is it because I don't bang my head and I flap my hands? That's the most stereotypical view you can get of me. Just because I don't do that doesn't mean I'm not autistic. I do other things to give it away. Like a lot of people see me twirl my hair, or I'll do things like fidget with my fingers, and people are like, okay, that kind of gives it away. But a lot of the time, I act just as normal as you guys do. Just because I might fidget a bit, move about, people think that's me being awkward.
Yeah, my niece is a little less than you, but I understand the condition itself because it's you're a lot high functioning, but you do have your moments and stresses that cause your condition to act up, and I know how it seems. People may not believe it because you seem a little more adjusted, but that's just your higher functioning than a lot of other people with the same condition.
Yeah, this is the thing. People have such a misunderstanding of adults on the spectrum because I was only diagnosed at 25. People go, well, how come you didn't seek help sooner? There wasn't a service in my area until 2012. I had no choice. There wasn't nothing for me until then. There was literally nothing in my childhood. I was under speech therapists. I was doing horse riding for the disabled because I had issues with my muscles and my growth. And I am short. I'm 4'11", and I'm still a midget. I'm still going to be a midget. And people say, "Oh, well, you had that help. Why did it stop? Because the system dropped me."
Oops, hold on. Someone's at my door. Hold on a second. I'll be right.
People assume that I'm not wanting help. My parents begged for help for years, and they were never heard. Ever. Like I was dropped through the system about 5-6 times before I got anywhere. And people are, oh, well, you should have pushed. No, because there wasn't nowhere to push to. I can't sit here and go, well, yes, I want help, but I can't get it because until 2012, there wasn't anywhere. It was a case of going on the internet, going to the GP and getting medication, which is the wrong thing to do. Totally the wrong thing to do. And I admit that. I shouldn't have done it. But I had no other option but to go and get medication to calm my anxiety down. And that knocked me out proper good. And now I don't take it because I know it's not the most best thing for me to be on because it alters me as a person. I don't want to do that. So I kind of decided to not take it and risk the anxiety every damn day. And people don't get that. They say, "Oh, well, it's not that difficult." Yeah. Try having chronic anxiety every day. Try sitting here and wanting to be sick and crying, and you can hear every goddamn noise around you. It's a nightmare, literally.
Noise canceling headphones help?
Get away from
Yeah,
the
I
door.
have my headphones here, there, but people don't get it. I can go out without headphones sometimes. I can go out and deal with noise, but the problem is a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, are you sure you're even autistic because you act so well?" Because I have to. Society expects me to be normal. They expect me not to have a meltdown. They expect me not to have an anxiety panic attack. It's not going to happen. I've
Yeah,
been
but then it wasn't the
hospitalized
condition.
twice in the last year.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He tends to
Hey,
do this
kitty.
on the extreme.
Hey, kitty.
Gabriel, say hi, Gabriel.
Aw, and it's just ridiculous. People assume because I act so normal and I can respect myself and come in here and broadcast. Oh well, you're not autistic. Bullshit. I'm sitting here like a nervous wreck.
Yeah, but those
And
people
people are
don't
like,
have PhDs in psychology. Let's face facts. That's all it is. They don't know what. Maybe they don't even know what autism is. Like I said, they don't understand there's different degrees of that condition you got. It is, like I said, some are higher functioning, some are lower functioning. Some handle things better, some handle things worse. It's the degree of the condition you have.
yeah. And it's just hard because people just assume that I'm wanting attention and stuff, but it's not the case. There's a lot of autistic children out there who don't have the support that I have. I'm very, very lucky. I do have a social worker and other people helping me out, but the problem is there's a lot of children and parents, especially I know in the States, that struggle to get support. And over here, it's not that good either, but we shouldn't have to beg for the support. That's the problem. It takes
Well,
someone like me to come on here and show the behaviour. It takes someone like me to come on here and go, today is a really bad, crappy day. Today is a really bad day where I want to swear at someone, rip someone's head off.
yeah, well, the UK has always been far behind when it comes to psychological conditions and genetic psychological conditions. They've always been behind us when it comes to that type of treatment. I know if you're in the UK, it's a very
Yeah.
different medical system over there. Most of the UK YouTubers I've talked to and I've talked to on live streams, it's a different system. So you got to wait for them to catch up.
Yeah, totally. This is the thing. People don't understand autism in adults. That's the problem. The amount of times I've been told, well, you should have been diagnosed as a child. Yes, I should have done, but there wasn't no service available to me until 2012, which at that time I would have been in high school. I would have been 12? Yeah, 12, 13 nearly. And people are like, well, you should have pushed it a bit more. No, I couldn't because there wasn't anywhere to go. The
Yeah,
only
there
route
was
that I could go down was the mental health route, which was a 3-year wait, which ended up happening to me anyway.
So
Before
your
I got in.
diagnosis was recently. Was it recently that they gave it to you, or was it a
Yeah,
couple
I got
years ago?
diagnosed in middle of 2014 in February.
So you went through the series of tests, and they did diagnose your condition and said that this is your how severe it is. Did they give you the level of severity for your functioning, your
Yeah,
functionality?
I'm high functioning autism, and I have chronic anxiety disorder on top of it. So my mental health's been taking a battering for quite a few years now. And the thing is, anxiety and autism have really similar symptoms. This is the problem. People say, "Oh, you sure it's not just anxiety?" No, because I have symptoms for high pitched noise. I don't like crowds. I can't eat foods that are lumpy or smell funny. I can't cope with traveling on public transport unless I have my headphones with
Olfactory
me.
reaction. That's all your senses that react.
Yeah,
Olfactory is called.
and people are like,
Olfactory
"Well,
reaction. My niece has the same thing. Some sounds aggravate her, real severe. Like if a siren goes by or a police car, which we get a lot of them in this area, and the sirens go by, she kind of just clamps her ears and she shuts her eyes and shakes. and she doesn't like them. Like I said, certain things will set off its olfactory reaction, is what a lot of people with autism have. And there's
Yeah,
sometimes noises or crowds, you feel closed in, you shake, you get kind of like claustrophobic. And
yeah,
I hate crowds myself. That's why I only went to a few concerts in my time. But I had to step outside and get some air. You kind of feel your chest tightening, your head
hmm
kind of pressuring it. Those are called olfactory reactions. All your senses, your head, your mind, the brain, the body does what the brain tells it to do, and that's like I said. Your reaction is basically based on that, from what
yeah.
I've learned.
Exactly. This is the thing. People just think that autism is this one big label, and it's not. Because you've got so many children who are less verbal than me and have more problems than me, but at the same time, as soon as they see an adult getting diagnosed, they go, "Oh, well, you chose deliberately to wait." No, I didn't choose deliberately to wait. I had to. I had no choice. And the
Hmm.
thing is, I've passed to such a point where people consider me neurotypical, but I'm nowhere near neurotypical because one, I don't do full eye contact. I don't get human sarcasm. I'm bad when it comes to people telling jokes and stuff. I don't get it. I sit there and go, that
But you
wasn't
get
funny.
frustrated. Yeah, you get that your level of frustration that causes it. It's not you don't get it. It's that you get frustrated because you can't follow it as much, right? Or you get frustrated, you get angry because you can't understand half the stuff when people make jokes or whatever.
Yeah. And people
Yeah,
go, oh, there's no point explaining anything to Gemma because Gemma's just not going to get it. By the time we told Gemma the point of the joke, oh, it's ruined because, yeah, again, we have to be careful what we say to Gemma. I'm like, well, shut up. It's like, I don't want to know about this stupid joke anyway. I'm not bothered. I don't care. I'd rather
like
sit here and
yeah,
read a book or chat to my friends. I really don't care about a 2-minute joke. I
there you
don't
go.
give
That's
a
how you
crap.
react. It's like who cares whether you get it or not? The point is, it's not you don't care.
Yeah, it's like I can
Sometimes
sit here
you
and
have to
go,
do what
ah,
you're comfortable with. Just
yeah,
do what you're comfortable with, and then just do understand what you want. I said, if you don't get it, you don't get it. It's not your fault. It's everyone else. They don't understand that your condition. If you don't get it, it's how are they going to be mad at you? Okay,
yeah.
you
And
can't
people say
feel
to me,
like that.
oh, well, Gemma puts a mask on all the time. Yes, I do put a mask on to some degree because I've been hurt in the past. I have to be very careful
Mhm,
with my socialising, and that's
mhm,
another thing that upsets me because a lot of the time people go, well, you socialise, you go to social events, you're talking,
yeah.
yes, but you don't realise the mental power it takes me. By the end of the
Mhm,
conversation, I'm so mentally exhausted, I need at least a couple of days to myself. I will
mhm,
disappear, shut everything off, and I will turn my phone off, my laptop off.
mhm,
I will shut my curtains. And the other day, for example, it happened because I had a bit of an issue with my anxiety, and my parents ended up getting the police out to me because I wasn't answering my
mhm,
phone, my laptop, nothing. And the police found my door. They go, "Oh, do we have to section you?" I go, "No, I'm autistic. I don't feel very well. I've got pain in my stomach, which I'm on medication for. I was asleep." They go, "Well, your parents are sick with worry. You're really causing them to panic." I'm like, I was asleep in my bed. It's 11 o'clock at night. Go the away.
mhm.
And then
Yeah,
I
they're
go,
kind of
I
late.
need to get in touch with parents. No.
Okay,
And
sorry.
just because they were that worried, they called the police to come around my house. I'm like, you kidding me? You know where I live. You both have cars. You lived an hour away from me. You could both have got here and banged on my door yourself.
Mhm,
Just wasted police time for what? For them going to me, oh, everything's all right. Yeah. Do we have to sit here and ring your mum and dad? No. I want to go back to bed. Leave me alone. I'm in pajamas.
so they
I'm
came
like,
all the way out there just to find out you're sleeping. That's it.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
so,
you're joking.
you're
And they're
just
like,
late.
well, okay. I'm like, my God. It's like, if I was at danger, I would tell my parents. If I was going to do something stupid, I would have told my parents. I'm sitting here in a night shirt and shorts. Do you think I'm going to do something to myself? No. Do
It's
you really think I'm going to
understanding.
sit
I've
here
had
and
that.
self-harm? No.
I live in
So,
a mostly elderly though. Oh, go ahead, Misty. I
like,
live
it's
in.
just,
Oh, sorry. I live
It's
in
just
an elderly building. So the lady next door, when I first moved in, I was 22. When you're 22 and move into a building with a lot of elderly, they always think because you're 22, you're going to be loud and throwing parties or whatever. And when I was so quiet, that lady knocked on the door to see if I was still alive. She thought I was 22. I was going to be making a lot of noise, and I was so quiet that she's like, I just want to see if you're okay. She thought I slipped in the tub and cracked my head or something. And I said,
yeah,
no, I just live with loud, annoying people my whole life. I like peace and quiet. That was how I put it to her. She just started laughing.
yeah. It's just so annoying because people assume that autism is only for children, and like I say, it's recently I've had people saying to me, "Oh well, you act so good that you can't be autistic." And I'm like, really? And then I go back to my videos. I'm like, you can clearly see that I am autistic. I don't give full eye contact to the camera. I fidget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly anxious on camera trying to do my videos. It takes me like 2 or 3 hours to do one video. And
Mm-hmm.
people are like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you have no idea how much I have to stop and edit and
Well,
refill and
you're doing.
edit.
You're educating. You
And
got to educate them. If they don't understand the conditions, like I said, there's a lot of research out there. But I said people in England don't have that much understanding or following. They don't do much on psychology, on the conditions and genetic conditions. Like I said, there's not much research out there, and a lot of people don't take that much time to learn it. I only know so much because my niece is autistic, and my nephew has a mild version of it. He's older than her, but he's also mildly autistic. He is more like Asperger's syndrome, so he's
yeah,
very he's secluded. He doesn't like being out in public. He has twitches, the muscle spasms. He's just embarrassed to go out. He's like 17 now, but my niece is 13, and she's a little less functioning than you, but she does okay going to school. And my sister has to drive her and pick her up, and she's easily talked into things. And I keep telling her, don't let no one talk you into nothing, because they're very people pleasing. I know so a lot about autism.
yeah,
They like to please people. They want to please and make everyone happy. And I said, don't. And I'm telling you, don't feel pressured to do that, Jeff. Do what you're comfortable with. Don't feel pressured. You don't have to please nobody, okay? Just do your own message your own way, and that's what you should do.
yeah. It's ridiculous, and this is the stereotypes I want to break because a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, your autism isn't that bad." Yes, it's not. I pretty much self cope with it most of the time, but there's days recently where I've come online and talked about it, and people are like, "Well, your anxiety isn't that bad. You don't seem to be as bad as you're making out." I'm like, that's you see one side of it. Like you don't see the side where I'm at night. I'm on the phone with some other YouTubers. Like last night, I was on the phone with a YouTuber for 3 hours crying because I was having an anxiety attack. People were like, oh, why don't you show that on the stream? I have. I've had anxiety attacks on my stream. Me and Mitchie's been there when I had one about what 3 or 4 months ago, and I was
Yep.
holding my chest. I was like.
Yeah,
I
it's like
couldn't breathe, and people are like, "Oh, you're putting it on." No, I was generally not feeling well. I was struggling to breathe. I actually went to hospital an hour after that, and I had my parents come and meet me at hospital. And I was given a sedative and a heart test because my heart rate's going da-dum, 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 and I was in hospital for 4 hours on a heart monitor. So don't tell
wow.
me I'm faking because I was attached to a heart monitor
Yeah,
and my
that's
blood pressure
severe.
went through the roof. So I
No,
know.
that's a severe situation. You shouldn't have to deal with that. But you just, so yeah, you have to you dealt with it, you got through it, and I said you find your own mechanisms to do that. I see how you close your eyes when you're on stream. That means you're relaxing yourself. I know that technique. You have to control, relax, take some slow breaths. I've learned some of these things, and I've had to deal. Like I said, I'm not good in crowds. When I go to concerts and parties and my friends, I'm like, I have to. I don't like being closed in. That's just me. It just. But I went to. There were two good concerts to pass up, so I couldn't say no. Just I don't like crowds. I don't like being closed in. So I kind of get that tightness, and I have to relax my mind and breathe slowly.
Hey,
Hello.
Close my
bud.
eyes and. Oh, here's Bud. Hello, Bud.
Hey, welcome.
Can you hear
Good
me?
to see you, bud, brother. How you doing?
Oh,
Oh, he's gone again.
You
Oh.
lost
Yeah, I think he's having tech trouble, but he'll be back. He's got
Like
the
I said,
new.
I'm not autistic. Even I have a condition that makes me like kind of like the way you feel. I got that tightness, and I know that feeling because I'm not I don't like crowds, especially when I go shopping or anything. If it's too crowded, I
Yeah,
have to find a corner to calm down and keep my shopping going because I'm not big in crowds and being closed in. I know what you're feeling. I know how you feel.
Okay.
Hey, Bob, welcome back, brother.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Welcome back.
Gotta readjust here.
Yeah, I want to talk about this because it's been venting me the last few days. Bud knows I've talked to him in private, and it's been driving me absolute bloody bananas. And I'm just like, you know what? I've had enough. I can't hold it in no more. I'm fed up to the back teeth of people calling me out and shit. So here we are. This
Well,
is
they don't
real,
understand anything. That's all.
all real. So if people don't like it, then
Yeah.
like today, like I dropped a video about 2 hours ago my time, and I literally filmed myself in a restaurant with my friend, and I shoot all the noise and the crowd, and I was like, this is what it's like to be in a sensory shutdown when my brain's going, and want to suffocate me. I was like, I'm sweating, and I'm like, you don't see that. That's one thing you don't see about me, and I filmed it for the deliberate reason that you guys needed to see that side of me because I don't want to hide it. So I'm like, this is me on a really bad day. This is me where I've deliberately forced myself into social contact, where I've deliberately gone in there and gone, look, noise, crowds, it's uncomfortable, it's busy. But I've stood there and filmed myself for the purpose of showing you how damn difficult it is to go into a restaurant. I was in there half an hour. By the end of the half an hour, my head was going boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I need to get home now. If I don't, I'm going to throw up. And I got home and I sobbed. I literally got to my bed and I threw a fit of tears. I was done. Literally. And at one point I was like, should I stream? I was like, yep, damn it. So I literally stopped crying and hit the go live button. That was it. I was just like, okay, I need to get this out because I'm going bananas. So I was just like, okay, I'll get some friends on and talk about it. And I don't want to hide myself. People keep saying to me that I'm hiding bits and pieces. Then here we are. This is all what you see of autism. This isn't the good side of it. You see the rainbows, roses, and whatever else. Like Bard is seeing me where I'm like, and I'm panicking, and I've cried. Like I was nervous to him on the phone the other day, and I said to him, it's so difficult to switch them feelings off. At the same time, you have to try because it's a two-way conversation. You have to try. I have to try and minimize how I'm feeling so I don't freak someone out. So I push a lot of my feelings down so that they don't come to the service as quick. And then when they do come to service, it's like boom, boom, bang, and then it's too late. I can't just keep going, nope, not going to feel it, don't care, not listening, and I can't. And unfortunately, my body at the moment is hating me, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And looking at me now going, what the hell?
Yeah, it's like with when I was in a band with somebody and the drummer was autistic, our first couple of shows, he's like, we practice in the garage all the time, and he's so talented, but he's just like, as soon as it came to the crowds, he's like, I can't do this. I can't go on the stage. We were by the bathroom for 15 minutes trying to calm him down. I'm like, dude, hey, it's just like the garage, and it's like he was just, it's so hard, even if you're not autistic, but especially him, he was like the one that was freaking out, but it's like he just kind of pushed through it, kind of like what you were saying, Gemma. It's like you may be feeling how you're feeling at that time, but you just push through it, and then all of a sudden, it's like, you will succeed if you put your heart to it and you put your mind to it. And that's why there's a lot of people on here that look up to you because you push through it and you put your mind to it. It's very respectable.
Yeah, I just want to help make a difference. If I can help educate one person, and so be it. But when people say to me that it's like they kind of assume that I'm just this girl who's going, well, poor me, poor me. No, I'm not. I'm showing you what an autistic child goes through. They have a lot more sensory overloads than me. They have to put up with people touching them, and their parents go, don't do this and don't do this. And they have people yelling at them And I'm lucky I don't, but a lot of children, they have teachers and they have strangers going, why don't you just behave? Stop being a spoiled brat. Don't do this. Don't do that. How about you shut your mouth and actually listen to these children that go through this shit every day? Because I can tell you right now, these children, by the end of the day, are coming home, they're crying, they're smashing things, they're getting overstimulated, their parents are getting abused, and that's because they're not coping. They're not intentionally being naughty children or spoilt brats, as people call them. It's because they're overloaded with so much information from the school day. They bring that home, and their instant target is the parents because they're not coping with the amount of information they're brought home. It's like, oh, I'll hit mum, I'll hit dad, I'll go and attack the sofa, or I'll go and smash up a bottle of drink and I'll spill drink everywhere. It's a case of they're so overstimulated, they need to do something right now to get rid of that frustration. If they don't, the poor parent will be getting the one who's getting bitten, getting slapped, getting called names, getting kicked, getting punched. Believe me, it happens. I get messages all the time. And it's horrible because there's no outlet for them children, because there isn't no safety outlet or place they can go to be safe. Like over here, there's a lot of sports centres you can go to, or there's an actual autism charity over here that will give you advice. And I'm lucky I use my sensory items to calm me down. So if I have rebound anxiety day, I get my Nexus on, I sit here and fiddle with it. And people are like, Gemma, you're right. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm being anxious. I can't calm down. I'm about to rip someone's head off.
Well,
And
that's
people
the stuff getting you. But your message is necessary because these kids and their parents might need that. You're doing amazing by doing this because, like you said, there's not much education on it, and you are educating. You need to keep doing what you're doing.
yeah,
People need to hear it. Because the parents are so frustrated, the kids are having a hard time, but the parents are having just as hard time. They don't know how to deal, and they need someone like you to tell them what's going on, how to deal, how it works, and your message is necessary. Don't
yeah.
hold back. Keep going. Don't.
No,
I
I
know
have so much more
you're
material.
tough.
That's the
Don't.
thing.
You're too good at what you do.
Yeah, it's my passion. It's my life. I live with it. So, I have to a degree, try and help people and share what I know about it and what I go through every day. But the same point is, there's more children who need me. There's families who need me, parents, grandparents who need me, and that proves that there is still a lot more awareness out there to do. But children are the ones who get it worse than me. They get the shutdowns. They get when they get home from school or they've done
Yep.
activities
Well,
and
you
they
can
come
tell
home
you.
and they're like,
Yeah. Well, I said that life experience is the best teacher. And I say your experience, you can teach more people more than anybody else could. I say, hey, even a guy who went to school for 8 years, stuck his face in a book, don't know squat until he's lived it. And that's just the truth. You can read every book you want on the subject. Doesn't mean unless you've lived it, you don't know jack.
no,
And that's
exactly. People assume that because they met one autistic person, oh, I know how to help them. I know how to get them out of a sensory overload. No, you don't. You've met one person. Just because you
Mhm.
help me doesn't mean you can go to someone else and go, oh, well, I have an autistic friend. I got her out of a sensory overload. Yes, great, fantastic. You get me out of a sensory overload. But there's another child who might not cope that well with you being in their face or
Mhm.
on the camera going, well, calm down, reason. And that's the worst thing you can possibly do to someone because they're going to go, you know what, you're going to get hit, bit, kicked, spat at. And it happens because people are like, just get out of my face, leave me alone. I don't want to be near you. And the thought of someone touching me when I'm in a state like this is the worst thing that someone could do to me. And
Yeah,
people are like,
don't
oh,
ever
you're
do
being
that.
oversensitive. No, because my skin feels like I have pins and needles going through it. I'm sitting here and I can feel every little bit of touch. When someone touches me, it's a build up of like little pricks on my arm. And I'm like, I can't take much more. I get one more little feeling and my skin's just going to go boom. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. That's it, done.
Right.
I don't want no one touching me, no one near me. I have to get changed because I feel like my clothes are attacking me and it's horrible. It's not nice. Like clothes are itchy and scratchy. Like I've changed my trousers 3 times today already because my trousers irritate me so much. I've made my skin bleed. And people don't get that. Oh well, she didn't trying to hurt yourself. No, it's because my skin is irritated so much that I need to change my trousers. People don't get it. It's another sensory thing. Trousers are difficult. Clothing is difficult. I have to wash my clothes in sensitive washing powder because otherwise my skin will burn like hell. And it's annoying. Oh well, that's a normal thing. Neurotypicals get that too. Yes, they do, but not to the extent I do. My skin is
Comes with the territory, yeah.
else.
Because my niece will change her shirt 5 times a day. Until I understood it, I'm like, why does she keep doing that, Carrie? She goes, she feels like the shirt's tightening up on her. And I'm like, okay, I just didn't say that. I'm like, okay, that's probably how she feels. And I kind of got it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. She kept putting one shirt on after the other after like 20 minutes. And she'd have like 20 shirts out for her. She knew she expected it. She got used to it after having her for like 13 years. She kind of figured out these little things would happen to her, and she'd have to learn as she went. And she didn't know where to find the reading material. Or she needed a real voice of experience, I think, like Gemma. I said, all the books don't mean squat unless you know someone who lives it can teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, Gemma, that helps me so much. I have a friend who's nonverbal.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he does these things, because he won't sign. He refuses to sign. And he just expects me to know, and I don't know. And now I didn't know that his clothes might hurt him.
Yeah.
Or him. He's always wanting to take them off. And now I have a different outlook as to why.
Yeah, it'll be the scent of the clothing. It can be the texture of the clothing. It can be the washing powder. It can also be the fact that someone who's nonverbal. This is the trouble. A lot of children who are nonverbal communicate by making sounds. And there's a channel that I follow called Fathering Autism, who has a nonverbal autistic daughter called Abigail. Abigail is now 13, I think, and she makes sounds to communicate. And she'll literally hum, or she'll like click her mouth and stuff to let you know she's talking, and people are like, oh, she's just acting like the R word. No, she's severely nonverbal autistic, you dumbasses. Like she communicates by clicking her mouth. Like she'll make sounds like, and she's communicating with you. Just because she doesn't talk verbal like I can or a lot of people can doesn't mean she's not talking. She often will use her hands as well.
That's life experience. Beats any doctor any day of the week.
Yeah, it's a case of that's another project I want to do with some people on a panel, because non-verbal communication isn't just non-verbals in not talking, it's body language. Like, for instance, being on the phone with Bud the other day, my God, me trying to read his body language, frigging hell. I struggled like hell. Like every time he moved or would adjust his head movement, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean that he's getting annoyed at me? Does that mean that he's anxious? Does that mean that I need to adjust my body position? And I had all these thoughts going through my head. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what's he doing? And I had to constantly self-guess myself all the time. I'm like, shit, I'm too worn out. I don't show
You find yourself overthinking too. You find yourself overthinking it.
Like, I was so nervous. Like every little movement Bud would do on the phone, I'm like, is he all right? And I had to constantly like think,
Sorry.
he's uncomfortable.
I fidget a lot.
No, it's good, brother. I'm just using you as an example because I know we talked the other day, so I'm just sort of saying I have to constantly second guess people. Like when I'm on a private phone call with someone and they're like, oh, well, Gemma, sometimes you don't look at the screen. Yes, I don't, because my eye contact, I know that I'm aware of it, and it kills me. I can do eye contact maybe for 20 minutes at a time, and then I look away because I'm so mentally drained from doing it for a long period that I have to rest my head. And people are like, oh, well, she's being spoiled. She's being a diva. No, I am knackered from giving eye
If you have to
contact.
close your eyes for a few minutes, so be it. Do it. You need to relax. Take your time. I don't mind. I'm not
Bye,
going
Rojo. Take care.
I'm gonna go shopping. My neighbor's calling me, so I gotta go shopping. I'll talk to y'all later. Keep up your work.
Take care. I'll see you later.
All
Take
right.
care, man.
Take care. And it's just so frustrating because like Bud gets it. Me and Bud have been friends for quite a long time now, and it's so frustrating. So I said to him the other day, I'm not fake at all. I have a diagnosis. I have a diagnosis of anxiety disorder as well. So the fact is, I have to deal with 2 mental health issues. And the thing is, trying to separate 2 of them when they're so damn similar is so awkward, because then it's not just the anxiety I've got, it's the autism that acts up a lot. And then when I'm in an under stressed environment, people are like, oh, well, it's just anxiety. No, it's not. Like today, I went into a busy shop. I had to queue up to buy some tops, and I had to wait, and I could hear this loud music. And I'm thinking, all I want to do is pay for my t-shirts, get the hell out. And I had to wait. I'm thinking, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And I had to stand there and wait, knowing that this is queue. And I'm thinking, oh my God. And it's murder. And people are like, well, it's just a queue, Gemma. Yeah, to me, it's more than that. It's the noise, the smell of the shop, people's perfumes, aftershave. Oh my God. What is wrong with people wearing aftershave?
Thank
Frick's
you.
sake.
Yes.
Aftershave is gross. Oh, it's like, why? Why are you suffocating me with this foul, disgusting stench? I don't want to be anywhere near. It's like, it's like,
Yeah.
why? It's like, oh no, it makes me cringe. So, oh no. And people are, oh, it's nice. It smells nice. It makes me feel good. Yes, it may make you feel good, but if you don't know you have an autistic person near you who's secretly gagging, is wanting to be sick, is going to probably have a sensory overload after it, you don't realize that person will go home and go, shut down, too much smell, too much noise, too much touch, the person's too near me, I can't cope, bang, wallop, and they're going to go home and lose their shit. I've done it. I did it the other day. I went to the hospital and was given a talk. One of the doctors who had booked me to do the talk had such strong aftershave on. I actually turned around and said to him face to face, said, do you realise what I'm about to say to you? He goes, what? I go, you make me feel physically sick. He goes, pardon? And I'm like, your aftershave, if you don't get away from me, I swear to God, you're going to end up with me puking on you. He's like, is it that bad? I was like, yeah, get the hell away from me. And it was just one little waft of aftershave. When he touched my arm, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this stinks. And I freaked just because he brushed his arm on me like that. I was like, get off me. And he was like, that's not that bad. Yeah, it is, trust me. Because 2 hours later, I got home, I went in the shower, I got changed, and I scrubbed my arm. I was like this, I was like, get off, get off, get off, get off. And people were like, Gemma, leave it alone, it'll fade. No, I smelled it for hours and hours and hours afterwards, and people are like, it's not that bad. Yeah, it is. Try having it on your skin for hours. So I can tell you right now, not pleasant. And people are like, oh, well, big deal. I'm like, yeah, it is big deal. Try having to sleep with the smell on your skin all night because it doesn't go away. It's literally gross. It's like, that's why I don't wear no perfumes apart from deodorant. That's it. I don't wear no aftershave, nothing. People are like, don't you want to smell nice? I'm like, I do smell nice. I'm fresh. I've had a shower. I've got deodorant on. That's all I need to have on. I don't need to have perfume on. I don't like it. I don't want to feel like I'm wet. Because again, that's another thing. Perfume makes you, like with me, when I used to wear it, it used to make me feel like I was wet, like constantly having to touch my arms and be like, oh, why am I still wet? Why is it taking so long to dry? And I'm like, why do I want to feel like that? I don't want to go out and feel like I'm literally got a wet puddle on my arm. It's like, no, I'd rather just not bother. So it's frustrating. And like I said to Bud, it's a case of communication and knowing the right things to say. And for me, I'm an anxious wreck. Like I said to Bud, when I got on the phone with him, I was like, but he put me at ease straight away. It was like boom, didn't have to worry about it. Whereas with other people, I'm thinking this is going to go bad. I'm going to screw this up. I'm going to say something inappropriate. I'm going to end up losing my crap. And I was saying a swear word or something stupid. And it's people don't get that. They're oh well, it's practice, Gemma. You shouldn't do a phone call unless you're ready. I'm like, yes, I do. But at the same time, getting to know people, that's that difficult border because there's a border of do I trust that person or are they going to stab me in the back? Do I open myself up and then risk that person going, oh, I talked to this girl the other day. Oh my God, she's so weird. She's mucked up in the head, you know, like she's a weirdo. And I've had people do that about me. Sure, I have. I've had people tell me that they want to help me and support me and believe me. And then they run to it and go, this girl, she acts like she's retarded, or this girl's weird and she doesn't know when to shut up. And yes, I do. Fair enough. I hold my hand up to that. I'm a social chatterbox. I love to chat. I am ridiculously chatty. Literally, I can sit here and chat for hours. Like, I know I'm bad. I can sit here and go da 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 for hours, and people are like, Gemma, just shut up. And what can I say? I'm a social chatterbox. I don't know my limit sometimes, and I'm learning. But at the same time, it's passion. It's the fact that I want to sit here and go, please just help me. I want to help you. You help me. It's a two-way process. And that's what I'm getting the message out. And that's why I want to work with Bud on some projects, because Bud understands me. We've kind of got common ground with that. And you guys in the chat, you're my family. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. Fact. And you guys have heard me rant for the last like hour and a bit. And like, yeah, I'm going to start wrapping it up. But it's a case of understanding. All I want is friendship. That's it. Just to get some support and for us to work together. That's it. That's why I'm on here. And whether people like me or not, I could not care less. Really, I really couldn't. It's just like, it is what it is. And yeah. So have you guys got any opinions before I start wrapping this up?
I just want to thank you for being there for us, Gemma. Well, not like we're there for you, but you know, you're here for us. And I really want to tell you that I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a two-way process. But all my family, like I said, I'm honoured that you guys take the time out to be here. And I know we're in different time zones. I'm over here in the UK. You guys are over there in the US. So for me, it's the time difference. I have to think, okay, you guys are 5, 6, 7 hours behind, and I'm 5 hours in front. So I'm like, okay, right now for me, it's 6:30 at night. As you guys, it's still early in the afternoon. So it's, yeah. So I respect your time as well. I know you guys have work and lives and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, I do appreciate you all being here and supporting me. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of just go, here, there you go. I'm being raw, real with you. I'm not hiding anything. I literally open myself up to the risk of getting trolled. So be it.
I have to agree with Lynn. You know, thank you for doing what you're doing, Gemma. Thanks for being there for us. And
I love you and my family. Like, Bud, like me and you, I could chat to you for another good 3-4 hours. Easy, I could be like,
yeah.
No, I could sit here and chat to you guys for hours, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this stream up now. And I want to thank everyone in the chat and my panel, Poseidon, Bud, Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And until we meet again, and Bud, I will message you after this stream and organise another chat with you. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this stream up. And take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.